How quickly strength fades, and blood cools. Old familiar sensations. So many lives, so many deaths. No different this. The man I was would weep for what I have become. The all-consuming contempt. But I've the wisdom of 10 millennia to justify my answer to the question. No value in their existence. Not a whit. For all that I looked. None that I did see. A final chance, then, for Heidelin and her faithful. In Cataclysm, prove me wrong.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No. All else is equal, equally tedious, equally disappointing.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt.
Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone.
Believe and walk in faith. Let the light of your soul shine for all to see.
To all of my children, in whom life flows up.
No one is without their limits, and you are no exception. I worry the added weight of the final days will prove more than you can bear. It is surely too much for any one woman.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and and screams darken the seas, where resignation rots the trees. Lands that stretched on forever, skies one could drown in, the heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people, beacons of light and life, laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose, my love.
So believe.
Brave travelers, I welcome you.
We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths. The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Atheris, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being and can never be cast out. Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. To live is to suffer. And in suffering, find strength and purpose and hope. For every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey. You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey.
Prove ourselves worthy, then. Sounds straightforward enough.
Aye. No room for confusion there.
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years. I would hear thy response, warrior of light, shouldst thou emerge victorious. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Ultima Thule.
where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must.
You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be... Wait. Please. Wait.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
May we please be friends?
All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
Ragnarok, engage!
Engage!
For thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice. So come, let us revel!
Effort, ambition, love. They amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost. Stolen away by events beyond your control.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me, gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
No. You must be willing to confront it. To stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. Theirs is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
The universe may end, and all may be for naught. But I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge. And no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey.
Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, That is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you.
Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair. Strong art thou, mortal.
Remember us.
I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
Oh, come now. It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all. I, for one, would have been perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls.
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want.
Not even the battle you pine for so dearly. In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you? And what was it that you sought in me?
Ours is the wisdom to weave the fabric of reality. Ours is the power to create.
Meteon, though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run, and so much more. A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
May you ever walk in the light.
How disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
You'll find a way regardless.
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it. Together.
What must I do? What pain must I visit upon you to make you surrender to despair? But no matter how much hope exists, ever will there be more despair. Ever will the living past the present and realize the future. So shall sing until light ceases to be.
Apologies for the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry, an associate of the Scions.
All are washed in ice, a frozen waste, forever silent.
If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear.
Wait!
Maybe both, for good measure.
If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to avert his demise.
So join us in despair and embrace yours. My ultimatum. What is happening?
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
At the end of everything, I find you, my friend. I sought something in you once, as you did in me.
To have stood upon this great stage of fools, to have played my part of affection. Oh, this moment, let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time, so clear, so vivid, so real, so real.
I take it this is your prey. But why does it still live? Surely it is no match for you. I assumed you would be above something so banal as despair. Am I mistaken? So come! Let us dispense with this distraction, you and I!
Silence it! Silence our son of oblivion! Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart.
Welcome and well met, my brave.
What they live for, what gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer.
Oh, I have awaited you.
You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them, then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace.
Far greater than memory, its loss and love words cannot hold.
That which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time, on Atheris. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart.
And how as time flowed on those waters,
Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea.
rivers and lakes reaching for the horizon, and far beyond they carry
Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more, nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds. A song of hope. One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know. But I do know that where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not?
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero. Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero, true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer? Acceptance, at long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars!
For every ending marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did she.
Only then May it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play.
Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.